My own mother, the woman who raised me, demanded I sacrifice my independence. She told me to sell my car to pay for my estranged brother's legal fees. It was a shocking ultimatum that forced me to choose between my future and a family obligation I never asked for. Hi, I'm Ben, and my brother, Mark, and I have been estranged for years. Our childhood was a minefield of his reckless behavior, his constant need for attention, and my parents' endless enabling. He was always the troubled one, and I was the responsible one, expected to pick up the pieces. After a particularly nasty incident involving a stolen credit card, mine, naturally, I cut ties. My car, a beat-up but reliable sedan, wasn't just transportation. It was my freedom, my means to get to my demanding job, my escape from the small town that felt suffocating. It was a symbol of the independence I had fought so hard to build. Then, the call came. My mother's voice was tight with panic. "Mark's in trouble, Ben. Big trouble. He needs a lawyer, and it's going to cost a fortune." My stomach dropped. I asked what kind of trouble. She was vague, evasive, just repeating serious, very serious. I listened, my heart hardening. I'd been down this road too many times. Then came the demand. "Your father and we don't have that kind of money, Ben. You have to help. You need to sell your car." I almost dropped the phone. "My car? Mom, that's my only way to work. My independence." She ignored my protests. "It's family, Ben. You have to do this for your brother." Her words hit me like a physical blow. The sheer audacity of it, after years of Mark's destructive behavior and my parents' refusal to hold him accountable. She launched into a torrent of emotional manipulation, painting Mark as a victim, emphasizing family loyalty, and guilt-tripping me about my duty. My father, usually quiet, chimed in with a few mumbled agreements, making me feel utterly cornered. The pressure was immense. Every call, every text, every passive-aggressive comment from relatives my mother had clearly enlisted chipped away at my resolve. I felt the walls closing in, the familiar pattern of Mark's chaos threatening to swallow my life again. The vagueness about Mark's trouble bothered me. Why wouldn't they just tell me? I started doing some digging. A quick search of local court records, something my mother probably assumed I wouldn't do, revealed the truth. Mark wasn't just in trouble. He was facing serious charges for aggravated assault. Not just a bar fight, but a brutal incident that had left someone hospitalized. This wasn't a mistake. It was a pattern of escalating violence. This revelation was a mini-climax, a cold, hard dose of reality that solidified my resolve. This wasn't about helping a struggling brother. It was about enabling a dangerous one. I dug deeper. I found old news articles about other incidents Mark had been involved in, charges that had mysteriously been dropped or minimized. I also discovered that Mark had recently come into a small inheritance from a distant relative, money he had apparently squandered on gambling and frivolous spending, all while claiming to be destitute. He wasn't just in trouble. He was a master manipulator, and my mother was his primary enabler. He had money. He just didn't want to use it. This was another mini-climax, the final piece of the puzzle revealing the depth of his deception and my mother's blindness. I confronted my mother, not with anger, but with a quiet, firm resolve. "Mom, I know about the assault charges, and I know about the inheritance Mark received. He has money. He's choosing not to use it, and I am not selling my car." Her face contorted with fury. "How dare you? You're abandoning your brother, your own family." She screamed, cried, and threatened, but I held my ground. My father remained silent, his gaze fixed on the floor. The confrontation was painful, tearing open old wounds, but it was necessary. The fallout was swift.
Hey, quick reminder to check and support our merch after you finish the story. Link in my comment section, and thank you.
My mother stopped speaking to me. Some relatives sided with her, accusing me of being heartless. Mark eventually faced the consequences of his actions, without my financial intervention. My car, my symbol of freedom, remained mine. The silence from my mother was deafening at first, but slowly, it became a quiet peace. I had chosen myself, my hard-earned independence, over a toxic cycle of enabling and sacrifice. It's been challenging, but I've never regretted my decision. My life is stable, my boundaries are firm, and I'm finally living on my own terms, free from the shadow of my brother's chaos and my mother's demands. True family, I realized, doesn't demand your sacrifice for another's irresponsibility. It supports your well-being. Have you ever faced an impossible demand from family that forced you to choose yourself? How did you navigate that difficult decision?